Jury selection underway in the James Crumbley trial. He is charged with involuntary manslaughter after his son Ethan killed those 4 students at a high school in Michigan in November of 2021. Last month, his wife Jennifer was convicted of involuntary manslaughter. Her unprecedented trial marked the first time that we'd seen a parent try to connection with a school shooting carried out by a child. So that was the mother. Now it's the father. Ashleigh Banfield joins us, host of Banfield. So first things first, just give us your thoughts on this second Crumbley trial, what we should be watching for.
I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing for James Crumbley that he's following in the footsteps of his wife's trial, because A, it is not going to be good. There was media saturation on that. Anything that they want suppressed, anything they don't want the jury to hear in this case, oh, they've already heard it. But on the other side of the coin, Connell, it sure makes for a good appeal, doesn't it? Where you have all of these issues that didn't exist for Jennifer's trial. There wasn't this explosion of media and of evidence right before your case. So it's a tough one, and maybe it might turn out to be a good one. Hard to tell.
I know you'll be covering that. The reason we want to really have you on today, though, is talk about this Lori Vallow case, because I know that's the subject of the next episode of Crime Nation, which premieres on the CW tonight. So let's watch a clip of that. Here it is.
Lori's husband, Charles, is not quite as engaged in Lori's beliefs, but he is supportive, to the point where he actually builds Lori her own special room in the house where she can get away from the family and dance to loud Christian rock.
All right, so go back in time. There's this woman who killed 2 children, right? And now what will we learn tonight on the CW?
Well, first and foremost, we're coming up on the 5-year anniversary this September that those kids disappeared. And I was just doing the math as I was listening to that clip. Tylee would be 22 if she lived, and JJ would be in middle school. He'd be 12. He was just 7 years old. So it's just hard to believe it's been that long. But when you give the advent of time, Connell, to these stories, a lot more details tend to come out later on. And we're not even finished this story, because Lori just got sent down to Arizona to face 2 more murder conspiracies, right? Her another ex-husband, and also the ex-husband of a niece of hers. So she's got a whole other series of trial issues to get through, and so does Chad. Chad's murder trial isn't done yet. But tonight you're going to see video from that spot right there. The neighbors across the street were there when the police showed up at Chad's home and said, we got a warrant and we're going to start poking around and maybe poking underground. And so for the first time, we're seeing video from the neighbors as those police arrived and started digging and discovered the bodies of these 2 kids buried in that yard.
Boy, terrible, terrible stuff. I have one other clip from that. I think it involves a brother that you could put in context for us. This, again, from Crime Nation tonight. Let's watch.
I waited to hear from Lori myself, and Lori said, I'm transitioning into an immortal body. And I said, what? She goes, yeah, I don't have to eat anymore, and if somebody shot me, the bullet would just go right through me. And I mean, literally, I'm standing there going, oh my gosh.
That's her brother, Adam.
Yeah, so Adam Cox, we all discovered, had been spending a lot of time talking to Lori's husband, Charles Vallow, about how off the chain this, sister of his had become, how spiritually bonkers she had become. And they were both very worried. Charles Vallow was there's Charles, very worried for his wife, and Adam Cox was very worried for his sister. And the 2 of them were discussing, what should we do? And ultimately, Adam had no idea what was going to happen. Charles was going to be shot dead by their other brother. And so, the turns that this story took, the fact that Adam was there at trial to watch his sister get 3 life sentences for murdering her current husband's late wife and her own 2 children. And now he's starting to really piece together, did this also happen to Charles? Did she do it to Charles?
Right.
He'll probably show up at trial, I think, in Arizona, too.
Wow. Thanks so much for watching. Just go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.